Alright, hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today's motovlog is going to be about the power of stepping back and reflecting on what's going on in your life. I guess you can say like meditation, reflection, I don't know. Like, yeah, I guess you could call it like reflection. But first, let's go ahead and talk about the bikes that are in front of me right now. I got two of my brothers. They're both my older brothers. This is the brother that you don't see typically. He used to have an R3. He sold it, and he was given a, I believe it's a Kawasaki ZX14 something. It's the big bike. ZX14R? I don't know. And then there's my other brother up ahead of me, just straight ahead. He's riding his Yamaha R3, and then I am on my little donkey, my little Yamaha XT250. So we are rolling 3 deep today. But yeah, you know, we're doing a little group ride. You know, we don't typically get together like this and, you know, do stuff, but today we're doing it. So yeah, anyways, back to the vlog. The power of reflection and stepping back. I didn't realize how important it was to actually like write things down and you know, really reflect on you know, your life, because it's so easy to get into this trap, like go all the time, and you just get caught in it. You go to work, you go home, you go to work, you go home, you have 2 days off, you go to work, go home. It's the same thing. But that's just a recipe for you getting depressed, or, you know, you realizing like, hey, your life's not complete. So that's why, you know, I started to write things down. I started to journal. I actually ended up buying a typewriter a while ago. I know it seems kind of weird, but I love like old stuff that works, and a typewriter is exactly that. You know, it's just one of those things that, you know, it just works, you know? It just works. So like, I didn't really write a lot of stuff down until I got this typewriter, and it really opened up my mind to what my life was like and what my life is like now. Like, for example, I was talking to my girlfriend, and then a thought just popped into my head. Like, 3 years ago, we weren't even dating yet, and 3 years ago, I was doing an internship, and, you know, I was like really confused about where my life was gonna go. And then really I just started talking to her how I would normally write my journal or write on my typewriter, and then it really put things into perspective. Like, now I own a motorcycle, which is completely crazy. I do daily YouTube videos. Well, not daily for me, like every other 2 days for you. But I do these YouTube videos, and I write a journal to myself like every day. And most of the time, I just talk about whatever pops into my head. But I realized, like, I haven't been thinking about where I came from, how I got to here. And really, I got to here by working freaking hard. I got to here by making a string of good choices peppered with a bunch of bad choices. With not a bunch, but like a couple of bad choices. But that's how I got here. And a lot of it was serendipitous, and a lot of it was careful planning. A lot of it was not planned at all, but here I am, lucky enough to be riding this motorcycle with my two brothers, and right now I'm actually going to be turning in some paperwork to get hired at a new job. And I have a feeling that this job is gonna bring me a lot of joy, and it's gonna open up a lot of opportunities for me. But really, I didn't realize how lucky I am until I decided to step back and really reflect upon how I got to here. And man, you know, you really start taking life for granted when you live in the moment. So what I'm saying to you guys right now is there's a lot of value in stepping back and just saying, hey, how did I get here? Sorry, my microphone is it's rubbing on my face. It's probably getting picked up, but how did I get here? And really ask yourselves that. And ask yourself, are you happy with where you're at right now? Because if you're not, you can change it. You can get out of that situation that you're in right now for something better. And I did it. I'm doing that right now. Like, I told you guys I'm unhappy with my job. And what I tell you guys, I told you, hey, the best time to look for a job is when you have one. So that's what I was doing. So now I'm going to get a new job right now. I'm going to turn in my paperwork and say, hey, I would like to work for you guys. And then tomorrow I'm going to turn in my 2 weeks notice and say, hey, thank you so much for the opportunity I have had at this old business. You know, I've learned a lot, and I'm just seeking other opportunities. I don't know exactly if that's how I'm gonna word it, but I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, like, I'm happy with where I'm at. I was unhappy 2 months ago. I was unhappy 3 months ago. I was unhappy 6 months ago. But right now, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I can see, hey, life has the potential to get so much better because I'm working hard, because I'm kicking ass, because I'm seeking new opportunity every day. And you know what? I want you guys to be seeking that same opportunity in each day. Because every day, man, if you've been sticking around, like, every day has the opportunity to give you something new, to bring you new opportunity. Every day is a new opportunity. And you guys should always be wanting to achieve more, but you won't be able to see what is available to you until you step back and see, hey, I need to evaluate myself and figure out, 1, is this really what I want? 2, what do I want? 3, what is going to oh my gosh, struggling for words. 3, what is going to make me happy? And 4, how do I get there? Like, honestly, I'm taking a pay cut by going to this new job. I'm going to be making $6,000 less per year, which is a ton of money. It's a ton of money, $6,000. But you know what, I stepped back and I said, hey, I'm not happy at my current job. I'm not happy with, you know, with what I'm doing right now. If I put myself in the situation to have more free time, to really devote my heart to things that I'm passionate about, you know, that's where I get happiness from. And you know, when I was working at my old job, at my current job, not my next job, at my current job, I was constantly thinking, man, what's gonna make me happy right now? And you know what I said to myself? I said, hey, if I buy this one thing, if I get this one gun, I'll be happy. And you know what, that worked for a while. And then my girlfriend, she said, NoOne, you know, I see what you're doing. I see that you're unhappy, and I see that you're making all of these little purchases. Actually, they're kind of big purchases. You're making these purchases because you're not happy, and you're not being financially responsible. And I said, you know what, NoOne's girlfriend, you're right. I'm not happy. Like, and I thought to myself, I really kicked myself in the ass, and I said, how do I fix this? And that's when I started looking for new jobs. And I started reworking my resume, and I started really thinking about what would make me happy. And that's when I started this YouTube thing. Like, I really love riding my motorcycle. I really love shooting guns and working on cars, and I really love helping people. I love talking to people. I love, you know, explaining the way that I think to people. And, you know, that's why I got into this, you know, because even if I help out one person, it's still going to be better than, you know, everything else that I did, everything else that I failed at. But, you know, it's worth it. It's going to be worth it if I help out that one person, just because, you know, it'll be a help to someone, you know what I mean? And you know, I wasn't happy, and if you're not happy, you can change that. If you're not happy, you can kick ass and work hard and just get on it, you know what I'm saying? I kind of made a bad lane decision there, and I kind of bailed on my brothers. But you know, if you're unhappy with the situation that you're in, just step back and write your thoughts down and say, hey, am I really happy? Is this really worth it? Am I really meeting my true potential? And what can I be doing differently? And how can I change that? And if you're unhappy with where you're at right now, just step back and say, hey, like, yeah, I'm unhappy. How do I fix it? Because it's one thing to say, hey, I'm unhappy, but you're not doing anyone any favors if you're not helping yourself out. You know what I'm saying? So what you really have to do is, you really have to, I'm making some bad choices. I don't want to show you where my new job is going to be, so I'm like driving in circles. But if you're unhappy with where you're at right now, you don't have to be that way forever. You can change it. Like, take that lesson from me. Like, you know where I'm coming from, you know where my heart is. And the straw that broke the camel's back was when my girlfriend said, hey, NoOne, you're not happy. And I stepped back and I said, why am I not happy? I have a motorcycle, I have all these cool things, I'm buying all this awesome stuff, but really it's because I didn't see fulfillment in my job, and you know, in what I was doing, and I didn't feel like I was helping people out. And really, I want to help people. I want to help you guys. I want to help someone out. I want to help. I just want to contribute. And I wouldn't have realized where I was at, and how unhappy I was without taking a step back and really reflecting on where I was at. And guys, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. And until next time, peace out.